Hi, welcome, I'm Hannah, and this is going to be the third installment of me swatching Looxi shadows on my eyes. So far, I already swatched the Halloween Treats collection and the Snow Angels collection, and today I'm going to be swatching the Butterfly Kisses collection. It seems like a lot of their collections nowadays drop once, there's little warning, and then they're gone forever, but the Butterfly Kisses collection does seem to have a little bit more permanence in their line than other ones. It originally dropped last July 31st, and then I actually picked it up on the restock on August 14th, I believe. So I've had these for a little while and I do have some experience with them. And I did look on the website now and they still have these all listed, and a couple of them, the Monarch, Emerald, and Crimson Rose, are in stock right now. So that's kind of cool. All the Looxi shadows are $3, so I usually feel like it's kind of worth the risk, but by swatching all these collections on my eyes, I'm trying to actually give myself some actual data about whether or not they're worth it. But from my experience using these already, I think I can tell you that this collection is worth it, but because it's something that restocks, you actually have the option of choosing the ones that you want. So I'll be able to go through, we'll see which ones are really good, which is most of them, and we'll see which ones are so-so, and you don't have to blindly buy all of them and hope for the best. So I'm going to go generally lightest to darkest, starting with the two pinkiest ones. The first one I'm going to swatch is called Sky Flower. I would call this like a pink champagne. You know what? I can actually read what it says on the website. That's kind of cool. So the website describes Sky Flower as a light pink with so much deception. This baby shifts from a metallic lilac to gold to pink to hints of orange. It feels nice and soft when I swatch it, but I don't think it's going to pack the same punch as some of the other ones. But it is still a really nice metallic. I don't have any primer in my eyes, but I think I do have a little bit of concealer. So this is Sky Flower. It doesn't knock my socks off. My favorite eyeshadows are the ones that are super foily and shifty and have big shimmer particles. This one is definitely a smoother metallic, but I don't hate it. I think there is like a time and place for a shade like this, and I think this kind of shade does work really nicely on the inner corner also. Next up is Flutter. I would describe this as like a baby bubblegum pink with white reflex. The website describes it as a princess pink with shifts of peachy gold and lilac. It's interesting, the website also recommends a glitter primer for this, but I feel like it doesn't feel like it has large particles when I swatch it on my finger. See? Yeah, it seems to be a really similar formula to that first one, just definitely peachier, and this one is colder. Yeah, I think I definitely feel similarly to this as I do to the first one. It's a fine metallic. It doesn't knock my socks off, but it's fine. After I go through all my brands, I'm planning to go through my shadows color by color, and I think this one compared to, is it Peachy Keen or just Peachy, something like that, from JD Glow is going to be interesting, because they both kind of have that like yellow almost to green shift. I don't know if this one quite does it, but yeah, it's fine. It's nice. Definitely neither of these are gonna be the real standouts of this collection. I charged my camera a little bit and I put on cheek products because when I was getting ready to film this, I forgot how to do makeup, I guess. So next up is Nectar. I would describe this as a yellow. I'm trying to think of other fancier words, but it just looks like a baby yellow to me. The website describes it as a golden yellow with shifts of green, blue, and orange. That sounds cool. Feels a little thicker when I pick it up. That looks awesome and bold. I like that it looks light enough that it doesn't really come across as gold. I definitely don't see all those colors in it, but I do think it looks like a really nice light yellow shade that isn't gold, because I feel like sometimes when I want to do a yellow look, I don't want it to read like a gold look. And I think this would be really nice for that circumstance. The formula is really nice on it. I love all the micro shimmers. Yeah, that's Nectar. Next up is going to be Catty-pillar. I would say this looks like a golden fiery orange. The website says that it's a dynamic orange with shifts of pink, teal, gold, and purple. I feel like all these descriptions were like written with a mother's love because I'm not seeing all these shifts. I would love to. It sounds awesome, but that does look super pretty though. I like that it seems like it has more of like a burnt orange base with more of a yellow orange shimmer. Wow, that doesn't look real. Yeah, this one's super pretty. I love that like when I turn my head, it almost looks like I have a full look. It looks like I have an orange shadow, like a dark orange, and then a lighter orange in the middle. But then you move, it really picks up the light. That's really cool. So far, Catty-pillar, my favorite one. I'm so excited for this next one, and from the look of the pan, it looks like I've barely ever dipped into it, maybe once with a brush, so that's kind of cool. This is Angel Wings. It looks like a warm taupe. I'm not sure if that orange is like cross-contamination or if there's actually orange in it too, but it looks like a really interesting shadow. The website says, in the pan, the shade looks like an average coppery brown, but out of the pan, it explodes into a symphony of colors. Shifts from purple, blue, gold, silver, and reddish pink. Wow. Seems to be picking up nicely, a nice kind of flaky formula like I like. Alright, I'm not seeing the full symphony, but I think it does look like a really nice multi-dimensional nude. Do you see the colors of the rainbow? I don't see the colors in the rainbow, but I really like it. I think they almost set themselves up for failure by having these really shifty looking swatches and these really incredible sounding descriptions that just like a super shimmery taupe is good enough. And I think this is interesting because I think the base is warmer and the shift is cooler, which is interesting. I think so many neutral lovers would like this because it's kind of like a more spicy neutral. I like this because it's a more spicy neutral and not like a boring neutral. And the only neutrals that I really like are spicy neutrals. Yeah, I think this is a really nice shade. Angel Wings. Next up is Crimson Rose. I would say this looks like an antiqued rose purple. The website says it's a beautiful metallic maroon with shifts of light pink and copper orange. That's a really pretty color. This is really pretty. I think this is the kind of shade that could appeal to someone who loves color and also appeals to someone that loves neutrals because I think that it is a way to step out of neutrals without being too loud or too bold. For a non-neutral lover, I definitely talk about neutral lovers a lot, but I think that this is a really universally pretty shadow. It's not quite as shimmery as some of the other ones. I think it definitely looks a little bit more metallic, but still that like deeper base and the lighter shift stands out. Really pretty. Crimson Rose. Next up we have Apollo. This looks like a really pretty minty green. The website says that it's a vibrant green with shifts of blue, teal, and gold. Feels very flaky. It's very pretty. Yeah, it doesn't look as minty in the swatch. I feel like it looks more of like a light grass green in a way. This is pretty bold. I do like with Looxi shadows, I feel like they come with the intensity of pigment. I've never put any on that I feel like are so sheer that you're seeing my eyelid through them. So that's nice that even the light shades here do this. I can't say this frosty green is my favorite either. It doesn't seem to have that much dimension. I'm not seeing all the shifts that it mentioned. I'm just seeing maybe a little bit of like yellow to green, but it is really nice and really shimmery. Next up, I'm pretty sure this one's my favorite, and I stabbed it earlier by accident. This is Painted Lady. I think this looks like an almost periwinkle kind of purple. The website says this is Where Metal Meets Shift, a purple metallic with shifts of blue, gold, and silver. Super bold and pretty. I think I just love purples, but like, this is a really good purple. I feel like I'm almost seeing those dimensions. Like I am kind of seeing that like yellow a little bit. I think I'm seeing the silver in the sparkles. I would say on the eye, it looks more of like an orchid base? Orchid base? I don't know how to say that word. Wow, an an ORCHID base with like a lavender, silver, yellowy sparkle on top of it. Really pretty. These are like the kinds of shades that I kind of can't believe that they're $3. So we have 2 left. There's one that looks like it's going to be more shimmery and one that looks less, so we'll start with the one that's less. This one is Emerald. I think this just looks like a very reddish copper, maybe a little purple also. The description says that it's a burgundy with shifts of green, gold, and copper. Feels very smooth when I swatch it, which I don't like. That doesn't look like very much of anything at all. It's definitely more of like a metallic formula, but it doesn't even look that reflective until it catches the light a little bit. I am not a fan. Yeah, I'm trying to load it up a little bit, but I feel like it's just staying as almost like a satin. It just looks like a brown satin to me. I thought we were finally going to get through a collection without decluttering any of them, but I'm going to declutter this one. This is the kind of shadow that would be an insult to the rest of my shadows to use this for a day instead of any of the other ones. So, Emerald. Not my fave. No good. So last up is the Monarch. I would describe this one as a warm bronze. The website says it's a rich brown with shifts of copper and gold. Alright, that looks promising. It looks a lot lighter in the swatch than it does in the pan though. Interesting. Okay, I'd say this one's pretty nice in formula, but the shade itself isn't doing that much for me. I definitely see like a pink reflect in the shimmer. Yeah, I don't know, it's a nice shade. Again, not a neutral lover, not blown away. Worlds better than this one though, wow. I feel like if you told me that this was like an old Maybelline shadow from like 15 years ago, I'd believe you. This one, very nice, not necessarily my thing. So now that I look ridiculous, that's everything. So to summarize, I think I'm gonna do a quick ranking, because why not? Last place, number 10, Emerald, no good. I think number 9, I mean again, these rankings are very unscientific. I'm gonna say number 9 is Skyflower, the first one that I swatched. You could barely still see that in my hand. Maybe that's just because it was a while ago, but doesn't do much for me. Number 8, Flutter, second one I swatched. Also doesn't do very much for me. I'm gonna say number 7 is this yellow, Nectar. I could see it coming in handy, but I also don't see myself being excited by it. Are we up to 6? Am I still counting right? I'm gonna say that's the Monarch that I have here. Formula's really nice, not my favorite color. 5, Apollo, the green. Formula's really nice, not my favorite color, but not my least favorite color. And the top 4 are probably pretty close to each other. I can't decide between 3 and 4. It's between Angel Wings and Crimson Rose. It was like this multi-dimensional taupe and this pretty purple. And 1 and 2 is pretty much tied between Painted Lady and Catty-pillar. Maybe Catty-pillar's a little bit ahead, but I'm not sure. Don't hold me to it. I would say it's overall a pretty good collection considering 7 out of the 10 are that super sparkly formula that I want them all to be. I don't think we hit 70% in any of the other collections. But also, again, because this collection isn't as limited edition as the other ones are, you are able to pick them up after seeing swatches, and that's really cool, but I'm not sure if you knew that before they ever launched. Also on their website, you can sign up to be notified for emails when any of the shades restock, so if there's one that you were eyeing, that is a convenient way to get it. If you like this, if you like more indie content, indie shadows, indie eye swatches, please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate that, and there's way more coming on my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.